We all
What will you say? Seriously. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, whoa.
Well, you know, I think we, in the first season, we introduced, obviously, Brainiac for the first time in live action, Adam Strange for the first time in live action, so the opportunity to do that with Lobo was pretty exciting for us, and it fits for the story. It's hard to kind of get too much into that without giving it all away, but he's mostly going to interact with Seg, and he'll be unlike anything Seg's ever encountered before. So I think Lobo on the page is such a broad character, and you know, the tone of our show is so grounded, so it feels like a bit of a mismatch in a way, but that's kind of what's exciting about it as well. And he should be like, he's not going to ride around on space dolphins like he does in the comics, but you know, he's meant to feel like a contrast to everything else we've seen.
Lobo was a character I've always wanted to see. I mean, in the way that when the show was conceived, it was conceived as a gateway into the DC cosmic universe. We had Adam Strange for the first time in live action. We had Brainiac properly for the first time in live action. I really wanted to use Lobo because he's such a fun character, and he's completely crazy and one of those sort of great DC cosmic characters. But also, like Cameron said, the opportunity to bring these characters to live action is something we're really proud of.
You know, I think you can see in the way we ended season 1 that there was a plan for where we were going, and I think that we started laying the track for that in season 1, and particularly the way it all ended up. So, you know, it's a serialized show, and it's not about a villain of the week kind of a show. So we need to sort of think long term and know where we're going, so we can kind of then just take our time to get there.
Oh yeah, we have no idea.
Yeah.
Well, we have no idea.
we basically send messages between us that's like, have you seen
Ep6? Yeah.
So
don't ruin it, I haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It
I'm
goes
still on
awesome.
set, stop!
Yeah. Literally.
So it's a real surprise for us, and
Yeah.
as this season went on, we just kept getting more and more excited. You know, Ep7 would come through, it would be like, have you seen this? Then Ep8 would come in, and it topped that, and it just kept going.
Yeah. It couldn't put them down, genuinely. Like, when the new script came out, it was just, I sat down and read it cover to cover immediately. And I think that the real credit to Cameron and the writers was that, yeah, there were these crazy twists and turns, but in a way that really fit, with the story, in a way that was really true to the characters and the situation they were in, so it was a real joy to play.
We never set out to make a traditional prequel. That story's been, you know, told brilliantly by so many people already. We feel like our opportunity is to tell a different story, and we can deepen the existing mythology, but we can also carve out our own sort of path as well. And I don't know, the idea that in Superman's lineage there's part Zod, I find that really exciting.
And we love the mythology, we love the legacy, like Cameron said. There are so many stories where that isn't the case. But for us, it's us saying, we know, we love those stories, and this is our best version of this story.
Do you have any preference who ends up with who?
We all
What will you say? Seriously. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa. We all mutually despise the term love triangle, to be honest. The thing is, it discounts who the characters are, it discounts the situation they're in. It's leaving Dev completely out of the situation. He's such a massive part of all of this, and these are people. It doesn't have much of a hand. Oh, that's too soon. Too soon. Yeah, that's the thing. Is that these are people who are in. Hold for Shaun. Sorry.
Took too much in that joke.
So basically, these are people who are in a crazy situation, who you have no idea how they're going to act, and Seg certainly never expected to see anything in Lyta that he admired, let alone liked.
I think the relationships generally are more complex than that, you know, and I think whether it's in, you know, the romantic dynamics or just the way we portray, I guess, you know, heroes and villains, it's not as clear cut as that for us on the show, which I think makes it feel, you know, more closer to reality, really, like, because relationships and people are much more complex than you can't just put them in one box or another.
We came up to Cam's office and we had a chat, and he told me the direction of the storyline for Nyssa. I totally hadn't seen it coming. And obviously it was a massive game changer. And not only did it, you know, change her life, but also the relationship with her dad. The fact that he was willing to sacrifice her, it even changes that, because actually, was he? If he knew that she was a clone, was he just trying to save her in this situation? You know, like, it just puts a spin on so many different elements, and it's so interesting, and I feel like it's honestly opened up endless possibilities for season 2. And I also feel like now Nyssa can take more risks, and it's made her a bit more dangerous, because now she knows that, you know, she's got backup lives almost.
I just love having the opportunity to play a character like that, because I think mother-daughter relationships like that aren't explored often on screen, and those types of relationships do exist. You know, we all know about guys who don't get on with their dads, or there's the guy who gets on really well with the dad, or there's the mum and daughter that just hate each other, or they have this great relationship and they're like friends and sisters. And what I love about this, it really explores that complex area between mothers and daughters, and what is basically at the core of it is a desire for love from both of them, that they keep missing each other, and they try to reach out to each other in the way that they know best, but the other one doesn't understand that method of communication or the type of language that's being used. So for me, I enjoy it so much, because as an actor it means that I can explore something that is very deep and very real with.
I think one of the things that sort of separates us from a lot of comic book shows out there is that we don't do the villain of the week thing. This isn't a show where everyone meets up back at the base and starts again with a clean slate. There have always been consequences, and whether those consequences are in the immediate or whether they're in the future hundreds of years from now, there are consequences. There are real consequences to what these people have gone through in season 1, and we're really excited to keep that path going.